Hello everybody, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. We have come a little further south than we were. If you remember, we were up in Dwelling when we left off, doing quests for Ronald Dwell, and we got Ronald Dwell's pipes. We were right up here on the lower southern borders of Evendom. We've returned back through Oakbarton, back into the Shire itself, down the road through the green fields, and back up here to the northern town of Brockenborings. So if you remember Brockenborings, I'm standing right at the Stable Masters. Right over this hill, right over there is the statue of Goththimble. There's the what am I trying to say? Crafting area right over there, and the Plow and Stars pub is right up on top there. So what we've come down here for, I know I said I was going to get started on the epic, but had something today that reminded me I needed to hurry up and get this out of the way and going. We are going to do skirmishes. I'm going to get the skirmish going so I can get my skirmish fellow leveled up and ready to go, because otherwise he's going to lag terribly behind. We are at level 32. Now skirmishes, the way those work is you get a letter in the mailbox whenever you hit letter 20 telling you that the war against the evil forces has started and you need to report. They're recruiting every able-bodied man, elf, dwarf, and hobbit, and report to your nearest skirmish camp and talk to the skirmish captain there. And in the Shire, this is the Shire skirmish camp. So as you see, we are right here at Brockenborings. Pretty much every zone has one. The most famous and I think original one was over here in Breland, right down here below the south gate. Just out of the south gate of Breland, there is a skirmish camp there. But this right here is the one that is the Shire skirmish camp. There was one here at Bree, there was one in like Moria, there was one in Lothlorien. The skirmishes appeared back whenever the Mines of Moria expansion came in. And these other camps have just kind of appeared along the way. I think they made it so it's a little bit convenient. You don't have to always travel to the same camps all the time. Kind of the same way that they have made it so that you can change your traits on your actual class trainer now, instead of having to go and find a bard all the time. So let's look around, see if we can find a skirmish captain, and we have. He is right here. Oh, we got a pretty sunrise coming up over the Shire as well. I've timed it well. Always love sunrises in the Shire. So yeah, there's the green fields out there, stretching out toward Bullroar's Throat and the pass that goes up to Oakbarton. So here's Gabby Burrows, the skirmish captain. Let's see what he has to say. Skirmishes.
Can I take a moment of your time?
We have a situation requiring urgent attention. Brigands and ruffians have used the distraction of the enemy to take over Bree. The people are in dire need. We have received a note of this, and I can see confirmation of Bree as a target in the orders you obtained. You will want to meet with Second Watcher Heatstraw. He has set up a small camp just outside the south gate to monitor the situation. He will fill you in on the rest once you get there. Speak with me again, and I will show you to Second Watcher Heatstraw. So you see, like I said, that was the original location for the skirmish camps. So of course, the first introductory stuff takes place in Bree. So here we go. We're going to get some marks. Marks are the currency that you get in skirmishes that you use to buy items and train up. You're going to get the field manual, which talks about traits. It's just an instructional manual, just like they gave you about the auction house, just like they gave you about your crafting and that sort of thing. Same as the one they get when they teach you about fishing. You'll get Skirmish Basic Training 2, which is going to give you the horn and the direct soldier buttons. And then you're going to get different a package of instructions and basic beginner stuff for what kind of soldier you want. And there's 6 kind of soldiers that you get to pick from: a warrior, an archer, a sage, banner guard, herbalist, and protector. Your protector is basically your analog to the guardian. He is your tank that draws the heavily armored, draws the attention of all the mobs to himself. The herbalist is basically your healer. Think of it as a lore master, minstrel type. He's the one that's gonna, if you choose to have a herbalist, he'll sit kind of in the back and heal you as your points go down. Banner guard, he's kind of like a captain. He's going to buff you and anyone else who's in the instances with you. These first couple of instances will be solo, but later after that, most of the instances scale. They go from 1 to 12 people, and each one of you can have a skirmish soldier along with you. Most of them. Some of them are set at a certain number, but most of them scale. Let's see, your sage, they debuff your opponents. Think of them kind of as a lore master. Archer, of course, is kind of the analog with the hunter. They're your high range DPS. And then your warrior, think of him as kind of like a champion. He's your up close DPS. So we'll go ahead and we'll accept this. There you go. And let's talk to Gabby Burrows a second time. And he is going to send us on in to our first skirmish. You will be in good hands with Second Watcher Heathstraw. Listen well to what he has to say. One day it may save your life. Now you will notice whenever we get there, as he's saying Bree is under attack, one thing you have to notice about skirmishes is that skirmishes take place in a different time frame. They don't take place in the main time of wherever it happens to be where you are right now. And you'll see that in just a second.
While war raged in the south and the rangers of the north were absent, brigands and ruffians took an opportunity to wrest control of Bree.
So here we are. We've got a little fortified camp here outside of Bree. As you can see out here, and they got it gated so you can't get out right now, but as you see, Bree is covered in snow and there's a heavy snowfall going on right now. This right here takes place, like I said, the skirmishes don't actually take place at the same time that things are going on in the real world. As you know, we've talked about before, the time changes as you travel. As you go further east, time develops. For instance, if you're in the arid Luine and in the Shire, it's in September, right after, just right after the hobbits have left and set off on their journey. If you travel a little bit further east into Buckleberry, the hobbits have already left Crick Hollow. They've fled into the old forest. The Nazgul, the Black Riders, have come tearing through Crick Hollow trying to find them. As you go further, you go on out to Bree. It is several days later. How long did it take them? About a week, 2 weeks to get to Bree from the Shire, something like that, with them getting lost in the old forest and etc. The Barrow Downs. So they are in Bree, and when you're talking to, if you're following the Epic Quest and you're talking to Strider, the hobbits are somewhere there in the Prancing Pony. He hasn't taken them and headed off on the road and off across the Midgewater Marshes yet. Then once you get over to Rivendell, you can be in Rivendell in a couple of different times. You can be there, when you arrive, you're there when the Fellowship has already arrived, and you can wander around Rivendell and talk to all the different members of the Fellowship who are sitting there waiting for the opportunity to head out on their adventure. And then later on, you go through a couple of adventures where they actually leave the Fellowship. They leave from Rivendell. And then you get to Moria just shortly after they have passed through Moria. And then when you get to Lothlorien, you arrive at Lothlorien in February when they're there resting up after the horrors of Moria. So as you see, time shifts. It's not the same time anywhere where you are in the game. And the skirmishes are the same way. This skirmish takes place in the wintertime. This is sometime when, like, the Fellowship is in Rivendell right now. They're sitting there, they're having the Council of Elrond, they're getting ready to go on the journey south, gathering materials and all. And back further to the west, it's wintertime, of course, and the snow is falling, and the bandit attacks have started happening on Bree. That happened as soon as the Rangers and all got left and abandoned their watch to go and help with the battle. So that right there shows you how time passes and how times in the skirmishes here don't necessarily equal time that actually happens in the game. So there we go. It's war raging in the south, the Rangers in the north and left, and the brigands and ruffians have taken the opportunity to attack Bree. So let's go talk to the second watcher here and see what he has to say. I did not think help would get here this quickly, but I'm grateful to see that it has. I'm afraid the situation is currently not very good. Brigands, led in by Bill Fernie and Harry Goatleaf, have taken over much of Bree.
A great war is beginning, and the battles to be fought will be great and perilous. You will not survive alone. Fortunately, there are soldiers of the free peoples willing to fight by your side. If you call them, they will aid you. Use the horn here. Learn the skill it possesses. Then call forth a soldier to aid you in retaking Bree.
Alright, so next up we are going to use this horn that's lying on the crate here to summon our skirmish soldier. Except for just after a moment when I turn down the music a little bit. Alright, sorry about that. That music was getting just a little bit overpowering. Alright, let's call the soldier with the horn.
Good. Now use your new skill and call forth a soldier of the free peoples.
I'm going to get him right here.
Very good. Now let me share with you the plan of how you're going to reclaim Bree.
Alright, so you see you've got the soldier, he comes up. Soldiers and NPCs that will fight on your side and aid you during skirmishes. The direct soldier skill will order your soldier to focus on a specific target. Utilizing rankable deeds, you can focus and direct your soldier's future abilities and appearances. Alright. Now, let's talk to the second watcher again, hear what he has to say. Your soldier is a powerful ally in the fight against the encroaching darkness. He will aid you greatly in your battles against the enemy.
Skirmishes against the enemy focus on taking and controlling locations of value and importance around the battlefield. In reclaiming Bree, these locations are the South Gate, the Auction House, and Bill Fernie's home in that order. The gate is well protected, but your soldier will aid you in the battle. If he falls, simply call for another by reusing the skill you learned. If not for my arm, I would be at your side as well. Now go and reclaim Bree.
Alright, sorry about that. I had to jump out at the last moment. Had a phone call coming in from work. But as you see here, we are good again. Tell you one thing I am going to do. I'm going to move my soldier down here a little bit. There. In fact, I'll bring him right on over here. Is that a good place for him? That's a good place, because that way I can keep a close eye on his health at the same time that I am watching him. Alright. Now, did they give me the buttons used for direct him? I don't think I've gotten that one yet. So right now all I can do is basically summon him by pushing the button. But as you see, the next step is to take control of Bree South Gate. The little red thing should be gone. Let's see if I can get him unstuck here. Nope, that happened to me earlier. He got stuck on, there he goes. Alright, let's see if he's gonna get unstuck. He did. Bring him on out here. Will he come on out through the gate? Nope, he's Oh, they can be a little annoying at times. Tell you what I'm going to do. The easiest way to do it, right click. Let's see if I can get him again. Come on. There we go. Left click, get his picture up here, right click on him, go to the pet menu, and then dismiss him. There you go. Now come out here where you want him to be, and let's summon him again. You're able to summon your pet, your soldier here, your ally, anytime you are not in battle. You can summon them. Okay, so for the first tutorial here, we're going to try and get control of the south gate. Now, as you see, we have a weak enforcer, a Hail Sharky's captain. One of the things that is an issue with the soldier, at least with this particular, I don't know if they're all this way, but with the one that is a warrior, he will run, as you see, about 10 yards ahead of you. And sometimes I've actually found myself backing into encounters like this to keep him behind me, swing the camera around, target the one that I want. In this case, we're going to take the weak one. Right, turn back around and then attack him. There's one case where I wish I could get the soldier to just stand in one place, stand behind me until I got the battle started, because then I could like actually get up there and use my burglar skills and all to fight the people. But in this case, he's going to pretty much cause them to aggro. Fortunately, the big thing with this is that he is going to be the one who is going to sit there and do most of the tanking for me. Soldier almost died. As you see, he got really low on health right there, right down almost to the end. Now we have to use the banner. Every one of the objectives that you come across has this glowing banner, and you right click on the banner to use it. The south gate of Bree has fallen to our control. The next valuable location is the auction house just ahead. As you progress in skirmishes and take important locations, you will earn marks. Marks will allow you to barter for upgrades for your soldier, new equipment and gear, consumables, housing, and cosmetic items. So we have gathered our first mark for taking this gate. Alright, now once again, I don't want him rushing in and taking things over, so I am actually going to back my way into it. Yes, it's a little ridiculous and a little silly, but because of the way the soldiers work, that's kind of the way you want to have to do it. Not many of them you have to do this. The ones that actually have, like the ones set in dungeons, let's see if he will actually let me sneak up. Can I use my skills? I can. There we go. He actually almost let me sneak up and attack him, didn't he? Alright, let's use my skills to slow this guy down. And he is down as well. Alright, it's going fairly decent, I'm having to change my usual tactics a little bit. Alright, we got another guy right over here, the Hail Southern Warrior. Now, let's see if my soldier will stay behind me. Let me get up here and surprise him. I doubt that's going to happen. It didn't. At least I was still able to be in surprise, though, so that's okay. I haven't done any skirmishes on my burglar, so... The auction hall has been cleared of enemy forces. Use the banner to claim the control point. Now, I think what happens next, what I always do before the banner, I always make sure my soldier has healed back up and that I have healed back up. The soldier, as long as you're not in combat, he will heal himself back up automatically. Where are you at? Are you hung on the corner of the building? Yes, you are. Get over here. If I remember correctly, there is going to be... There. That is the one suggestion I make. They need a stand here button. You don't have quite that level of control over them. It's not like using a pet where you can tell them to guard a location. Now, one thing about using these control banners as in an actual skirmish, and it'll happen in this tutorial I think now, but in an actual skirmish, every one of these control locations you will then get a counterattack. Okay, you've taken control of the auction house. The enemy will often attempt to reclaim a point of value on the battlefield, launching a series of counterattacks. If you are defeated, you gain fewer marks as you proceed and eventually suffer dread. Alright, here's the counterattack. See if we can take them on here. Yep, and our soldier has gone down. So it's now up to me. Soldiers aren't invincible, as you see. There we go. Counterattack's been defeated. Bill Ferny's house may now be attacked. Encounter. Brigand is attempting to detonate several black powder casks at the stables. Encounters appear randomly throughout the skirmish, may have conditions which must be met for them to appear. Completing all the encounters within a skirmish will increment a deed with unique rewards. Encounter monsters will drop consumables you can use to help you in the battle. These items will provide a short-term benefit to you and your allies and must be used before the skirmish is complete. So let us go ahead and bring our soldier back up. See, since we're not in combat, we can resummon him. And the encounter this time is Reginald Cutweed is there. He is trying to detonate some powder kegs and blow up the stables. So we're going to see if we can't take him down. There we go. See, we have completed that encounter. As you see over here, we've got a couple of deeds. Deed bestowed is offensive encounters. We got 15 marks for defeating Reginald. Of course, this is just for this tutorial thing, obviously. As you see, defeat Reginald Cutweed, 15 marks, and those 15 marks will be added to our score later. Now we've got one last place to do, and that's take care of Bill Ferny's shack over here. We got a weak archer, and I think another guy over here too. Yep. A general of the enemy. So we're going to go get that weak archer first. Actually, I'm thinking I may go after the general. Let me go ahead and riddle him, actually. There we go. There. Now I can control the battle a little more. I was forgetting my riddles and stuff, weren't I? Unfortunately, we're still in battle, so we've lost use of our soldier at the moment, but as a burglar I can use my emergency and get out of it. Now I'm gonna summon my soldier back, and then we will go after the general. Soldier's gonna tank for me. Part of the problem is that I've started this. See, he took over. This isn't over yet. Bill Ferny's house has been cleared of enemy forces. Use the banner to claim the point. I'm gonna wait till my points heal up. Now, are these some debuffs? Nope. Those are actual buffs. Alright. We're gonna claim this. There may or may not be a counterattack. Bria is not made free, but much progress has been made. And I think, yep, there comes the second watcher. Alright.
The south of Brie is once again free. There is more to do, but it can wait until tomorrow.
You have done much good work here today, Gnarlo. There's much to do, but for today, let us rest and tend our wounds. Okay? Completed the tutorial Thievery and Mischief. So now we're going to talk to the second watcher once again. Report back to the skirmish captain. Go and rest. You've done much good for the world today. Much more will be needed tomorrow, but for tonight, enjoy the respite. So there you go. The tutorial there is over. And after an instance, it always transports you back to wherever it was that you went into the instance. In this case, we are right back in Brockenborings talking to the skirmish captain. So we're going to talk to him right quick. You see skirmishes. Second Watcher Heathstraw had fine praise for what you did in Bree, and has requested that you return to help him finish the job. The townsfolk have all gathered within the Prancing Pony. The brigands are intending to attack. Without some sort of defense, well, it would be a slaughter. The time has come to set Bree free once again. So as you see, the time is set. It's still, as far as the defense of Bree, which is what we're going to do right down here, the defense of the Prancing Pony. This is a skirmish that we are going to go on, and this is the actual skirmish finder. Easiest way to get there is to go here. It's the second one up, skirmish finder. Got simple, advanced, and specific. Okay? Simple means that you're just looking for a skirmish, any skirmish out there that people want to do. You set what you want your role to be. In this case, as a burglar, I can either be damage or support. And do you want to be an Erebor, or do I want to be in an instance, the Scaling Classic instances? Because I'm so low, I haven't opened up some of these bigger ones over here. The advanced is kind of the same thing, but you say also how many people. And once again, as we've said before, you've got the various, got the ones that are solos, duos, 3 people skirmishes, 6 people skirmishes, and then you have the different tiers. They're tiered by how difficult they are. First level, second level, or third level. And that one that we just finished was actually like a -1 level. It was a very simple skirmish. Or if you know exactly what you want to do, you choose the specific skirmish that you want, and then you set the parameters. In this case, we don't get a chance to change them too much. We could change the tier 1, 2, and 3, and we could probably change the level 1, 1, and we could probably change that to 20th, which would make it a little easier on our soldier, because I think he's only 20th level right now, which is why whenever you hit the level and you start doing skirmishes, it's best to go ahead and start doing them so that you can level up your soldier along with you. So we are going to do that. We are going to go ahead and launch the defense of the Prancing Pony right now. The defense of the Prancing Pony. The inhabitants of Bree have spent the occupation holed up within the Prancing Pony. Angered at their uprising, the brigands have decided to burn them out. As you see, it's a level 32, it's a tier 1, it's a solo. We'll get 100% of the marks. The marks is the currency, again, that you earn, the points that you get to spend. If we drop this to 20, we probably would have only gotten like 10% of the marks. Okay, expires in 4 minutes, because if it's a multiplayer, if you choose like 2 or 3, then everybody has to click on travel. So it expires in 4 minutes if not everybody, or you don't decide to go into it. So let's go ahead and travel now. And we're back into the Bree wintertime again.
The inhabitants of Bree have spent the occupation holed up within the Prancing Pony. Angered at their uprising, the brigands have decided to burn them out.
Alright, we got Second Watcher Heathstraw down again. I'm going to go ahead and summon my soldier. I'm glad to see that you have returned, friend. We have made it here to the Prancing Pony in your absence and been holding it, but I fear we won't last much longer. The brigands are coming at us with a vengeance which I cannot match. I'm glad to have you by my side once more. So let's listen to the Second Watcher.
You will need a stronger ally for this foray. There are many ways soldiers can be trained and outfitted for battle.
Excuse me.
Archers, warriors, protectors, sages, bannermen, and herbalists are all willing to answer your call. For this battle, a warrior will be to our best advantage. Will? Tom, come out here for a moment. Speak to Will, purchase the warrior role trait, then speak to Tom and complete the soldier's training.
As you see, traits for your soldier can be purchased and ranked up at a skirmish trainer for March. A skirmish bard will allow you to slot your soldier traits. Attribute traits determine the overall behavior of your soldier and set their appearance. So you can make them change. I can make him a dwarf or a female hobbit or just about any of the things that I wanted to. Skill traits give your opponents new combat abilities. Training traits improve your soldier statistics, and personal traits improve your statistics, but only within skirmishes. Alright? So now, and as I said, you can exit a skirmish at any time by canceling the skirmish quest or right-clicking on your portrait and selecting Leave Instance. That's what I had to do a little while ago whenever the phone call came in. I had to click over here and then click Cancel so I could get out of it and take the call. But here we go. We're going to talk to Will first. And Will, we are going to train our traits. The only thing that he allows you to be in this is a warrior. So we got a warrior here. As you see, it's going to be a level 19 warrior. You train your soldier to be a warrior. A warrior wields 2 weapons and will concentrate on defeating your foes, specializing in dealing damage to multiple foes at once. He wears medium armor, he does high damage, and he has a special ability of bypassing armor. And as you see, he gets started with an extra 150 morale and an extra 91 power. So he's going to be a little bit stronger than the guy that we just had in the beginning tutorial. And you see they gave us 19 marks here, so we'll go ahead and train it. And see, we could continue training him up if we wanted to. The next level would take him to level 24. But we're not going to do that right now because I don't necessarily think that a warrior is what I want. I probably want to go more as a protector, being that I'm a squishy little burglar. Now we're going to talk to Reed, and we're going to manage our trait since he is our skirmish bard for this encounter. So you see you have attributes here. Attributes are things that actually change your soldier. It's how you determine what class he is, like a warrior or a sage or a protector, archer. All those go in attributes. Skills are the special skills he can have, like more armor skill, you increase his morale, you increase his power by buying skills that go into this slots. Training is how you train up like his weapon skills. You can give him special attacks and that sort of thing by going through training. And then personal are the ones that apply to you. Like you can give yourself extra morale, extra power, extra ability to cause damage, that kind of thing, but only while you're in a skirmish. Okay, so what we're going to do, well, only one we have right now is the role of warrior, so we're going to slot that into his first attribute. As you see, that is going to turn him into a warrior. And once again, it's free because we're in the tutorial. There's a cost for it, just like slotting your regular traits at a regular bard. There'll be a coin cost here for slotting these various traits in the skirmish traits as well. So let's go ahead and confirm it. Alright, so our soldier will now be a warrior.
Very good. A warrior will increase our offensive capability and allow us to cut through waves of enemies.
As you see, he no longer says soldier, he now says warrior there, so that tells us what his role is. In many skirmishes, there will be other NPC defenders who will assist you. Some are important and must not be lost. Others will not be necessary to protect. All defenders will provide you with bonus marks if they survive at the end of the skirmish. Now let's talk to the second watcher again. Oftentimes during skirmishes such as these, you'll find yourself having other allies, such as myself, aiding you in your battle. In other cases, if those allies fall, you will lose the skirmish. So let's defeat the first assault.
Tom, get back inside. We'll handle this.
So the
Prepare yourself, my friend.
first one is coming from the west. There we go. You see, the warrior is already hanging up better.
A moment of respite before their assault continues.
The warrior is already standing up to the battle better than he did as just a plain old soldier. He was able to almost tank that guy by himself, with only going down about halfway. We often know little about the enemy's forces or where exactly they may come from. From scouting, I know we are facing brigands, half-orcs, and wolves of various skill and strength, but I do not know what combination of those might come to us at any point. Stay on your guard and be prepared to alter your defense at any moment to best defend against the enemy's assaults.
The enemy employs a number of terrible lieutenants, specially trained enemies with unique skills. It is difficult to know which lieutenants march with the enemy until they arrive on the battlefield. I caught a glimpse of a large orc with this force. Be prepared. It could come at any time.
Alright, here comes the second wave.
There they come again.
Now
To
this,
arms!
had this been an actual skirmish, this wouldn't have been a second wave. This would have been an actual counterattack. Alrighty, so we're going to go here. We're going to tell him to attack our target. Looks like we've lost our soldier. Alright, let's back out of this fight. Let's wait till my hit points get back up a little bit, and then we are going to resummon our soldier. Actually, I guess our warrior at this point. So as you see how important it is to make sure your soldier stays on a level with you. Had he been like level 32 like all these people are, he would have lasted a good deal better, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and summon him back into the battle, and then we will approach and fight again.
I believe we have a moment of respite before their assault continues.
Yeah. See, he was actually able to take on the weak one by himself. It's just the lieutenant and the two weak ones that he wasn't able to do anything about. Alright, second watcher Heathstraw. That orc was one of the lieutenants I was speaking of. You did well to defeat it.
As you encounter and defeat more lieutenants, you will learn more about how they affect the battlefield. And what you can do to expose and exploit their individual weaknesses. They all have at least one. I believe we are nearing the end of this battle. Defeat this assault and bring me free once more. Here they come.
Alrighty. I guess I could be riddling these people too if I was thinking about it. See, I'm thinking more like a soldier, more like an attacker, and less like a... Alright, so now we actually are going to have a... Alright, let's riddle this guy. Get him out of the battle. And the warrior's taking some damage there. The other guy has taken off running. We've taken him down. Wow, okay. So as you see, those two...
They have been vanquished.
That was a special instance in which those two were programmed to run off once they had taken enough damage. Unfortunately, we were able to take out the architect there. There are many different skirmish rewards available. All of them require marks earned from accomplishing goals within skirmishes. At various skirmish camps around the world, you will find characters willing to barter those rewards for the marks you have earned. As you see, we got 2 marks and a medallion there for defeating Drithlors. So let's go back and talk to the second watcher one more time. Bree is safe. You have done us a great service by aiding the cause. I could have held for a short time, but that half-orc with Bill Fernie and Harry Goatleaf surely would have done me in had I been alone. I thank you greatly for your aid. Now, I don't know if he would have joined in the battle.
Of Middle Earth, you will find skirmish camps. Bree, Rivendell, and Thorin's Hall, to name a few. There you can barter your skirmish marks for new and better soldier traits and gear and equipment for yourself.
I don't know if he would have joined in the fight or not.
Safe travels, my friend. Perhaps we will meet again in another skirmish against the enemy. For now, I salute your courage.
Alright, so that's the end of the skirmish. We are going to finish it here. I thank you again for your help in freeing Bree. It will be long before what you have done is forgotten. And it will take us right back to where we were in Brockenborns. There we go. Let's talk to the skirmish captain one last time.
Is there something I can do for you?
You have done well, Gnarlo. Bree is safe, and more importantly, the townsfolk alive. Not many could have managed to do both. The war has started, and I feel you will be more than a simple pawn in the events and battles to come. Scattered around Middle-earth are camps like this one. They are places where opportunities to fight and win skirmishes against the enemy can be found, and gratitude and rewards for service can be earned. The enemy does not rest, does not waver, does not stop in his quest to claim all of Middle-earth for his own. We must not stop fighting back. Welcome to the war, Gnarlo. Alright, so we've got marks. We get the field manual. We get the basic training level 2. And then we get to decide, okay, we need to choose what we want our guy to be. And I am going to take a look at that here and look over the different things, and I will get back to you in just a moment. And I am back. Well, looking through the forums, reading some of the guides, they are recommending for a burglar that we go with the archer. It's kind of counterintuitive. You would think more a protector, because get the tank up there to kind of draw the aggro off of you and let you get behind him and do that. And that's one of the suggestions that they gave, but they said an archer, one of the things that he does is always stand behind you. So that's always good. I like that. So the archer will always stand behind you. He won't go running in front of you into the room like you saw me having to walk backwards. So that's always a good choice. And along with that, they said he's high DPS, which ends the battles quicker. So that seems to be it. Get up there, I guess cloak, go into my sneak, come up there, attack the person, and then once I attack the person and hopefully get a big critical on them from attacking out of cover, then the archer will start burning them down with his DPS roll. So we'll see how that works. We'll give it a try. We're going to go ahead and finish. There. So as you see, we got passive skill skirmish basic training. We got the archer. He immediately got medium armor. He got practice critical, pinpoint shot, distracting shot, and armored assault. Now, we'll go over here to the trainer. And the trainer is the guy that we're going to use to train up our soldier. So we'll right click on him.
What do you need?
And there you go. As you see, he's got the role of archer. They gave us a 3rd level archer, which is a level 29. So I think we're going to spend our first points. We've got 84 marks. We're going to spend a few points leveling him up. Okay. So we currently have a 29th archer. We can level him up again and get a level 33. And we won't be able to level him another time because, as you see, we got 37 marks left, and it counts 47 to take him to the next level. So we're going to be stuck with a 33 level archer, but that's 1 level higher than we are. So he is going to be real damn good. Alright, skills. What about skills? He's not a protector, he's not a warrior, he's an archer. So we got deadly shot, distracting shot, pinpoint shot, and refocus. Distracting shot he has got already. It is level 19. He's an attack that will distract the foe, reducing threat. He's got pinpoint shot at level 2, which fires an arrow, has a high chance of dealing a critical hit and bonus damage on criticals. Alright, 6 points, so I'm going to go ahead and train that. What is refocus? Your archer learns that a moment spent looking inward can restore power even in the middle of combat. Might have to think about that. Let's get distracting shot up to our 2nd level. What does deadly shot? Fires a strong shot that targets a single foe. 4 points for that. Okay. Now let's look at the other kind of training we can do. Boundless morale is always good. This adds an extra 60 morale to your soldier. I'll go ahead and train that. Boundless power does the same thing. Adds almost 46 power to your soldier. So that's always good. You always want to try and keep these pretty much on line with your soldier as well. Let's see, I've got 12 points left. Can I get any of this stuff? let's give him refocus. That'll take 4 points. Well, let's go and let's train him up one more time in morale. We got 2 points left. I don't think there's any skills that we can get for 2 points. And here's the personal skills that I've kind of ignored. We got lead the way. This right here gives us physical mastery. Invigoration allows us to get more healing. Duck aside increases our evade. Tactical artistry increases our tactical rating. This increases our resistance rating. As you see, this goes on and on. Of course, parry, might, will, fancy footwork, physical mitigation, armored assault adds to our armor value. So you've got all these things that will increase your ability to survive a skirmish as well. Alright guys, sorry about the interruption here right quick. I need to come back over here. I almost forgot this. We bought the traits, but we didn't actually slot them. So we need to visit the skirmish captain. The skirmish captain is the skirmish variant version of a bard. So we come here, we go to manage your traits.
What do you need?
There we go. So you see we bought 4 levels of archer, but we've only got the 1 level one slotted. So we need to take that, move it over here, and actually slot it in. It won't automatically increase. Okay, now our other skills, we picked up deadly shot, let's see, distracting shot. I'm going to go with the highest 2 since I've only got 2 slots open. Next one won't open until level 45. Next attribute won't open to 33. So let's put in pinpoint shot, and we'll put in distracting shot. That's the other thing, I should have thought about that whenever I was spending my points, is to see when the next levels open up. Because I mean, I don't need to spend a whole bunch of points on something, on one of these skills, if I'm not going to be able to slot it until level 45. Work on maxing out the ones that you're able to actually able to slot first. Then once you get them maxed out, then start working on the extra stuff that you can throw in once you get there. Alright, so we'll go to training. What do we get? We get 2 of them, so I am going to put the morale in there. Ooh, there we go. And let's put in medium armor. It'd be nice for him to be able to wear medium armor. So he's going to have more hit points and more medium armor. And I don't think I did any personal. Oh, I did. I got armored assault. I guess that's the one that gives me my plus 57 to my armor value while I'm in a skirmish. So there you go. Alright. I said the other attributes up here, you can do stuff like appearance attributes. You can also train them to do different things. Like I've got an archer here. I could start working, like I said, this right here is a level 1 warrior. So I could trade it out and go back to being a warrior again. Or I could start training up a sage or something like that. You can't have both of them at the same time. I couldn't slot a warrior and an archer. Has to be one or the other. But there you go. So okay. There you go, I've got them all slotted, and it's going to cost me 41 silver. So let's go and confirm it. So 41 silver, there. Now the next time I go into a skirmish, my warrior will be boosted up. He'll be actually a level higher than me and have a few skills and all that will make him actually a good deal more survivable. And just doing one, it's not something you really have to grind at bad. Just doing one skirmish every now and then, like you go up a level or 2, every 4 or 5 levels, go and do a skirmish, earn enough points to level your warrior up to catch up with you. If you don't want to go buy any of this other extra stuff out here, like the jewelry and that kind of stuff, if all you're wanting to do is level up your soldier, that's all you have to do. So back to our regularly scheduled episode here. The other thing you can use marks for is you can trade them in to any of these people, like crafting over here.
Hello.
See right here, we've got 2 marks. If we had 5 marks, we could get a sprig of allspice if we needed one of those. We could trade in 37 marks for a sprig of thyme. So you don't just have to spend the marks on training up you and your soldier. Once you get enough of once you get enough of them and you get your soldier how he wants to be, then you can actually buy other things with him. And there's armor, there's cosmetic items, all sorts of things. So there you go. That is the skirmish stuff. With skirmishes, like I said, they're a fun diversion. I enjoy going into them. There's a good way to earn a little money. It's a decent way to... I'm going to get these here. Here's the call soldier. And where's direct soldier? There's the direct soldier. You click on this one, it tells him attack my target. That is the only way that you have, the only command that you have for your soldier is to tell him to attack the same target you are. So it's not quite as flexible as using a pet, because you know the pet, you've got the different stances you can put them in. You can put them somewhere and say stay here, that sort of thing. But I said you can make a little money at it. You can earn these marks and gain some items and stuff doing it that way. And most of the battles are just fun little battles. They're fun little diversions, things that you're not going to see and do on the regular Middle-earth landscape. So that is skirmishes for you. A very basic introduction to them. Next time we are going to continue on. We're going to travel over to the Lone Lands and speak to Radagast and go in the Red Marsh and continue the epic quest. So that's what we're going to do. I will get that one up later today, and we will see you then. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.